Hey everybody, and welcome to a very special surprise bonus episode of Adventures with Andi. This one is for my friend Heather, who has a new kitten and was asking for some advice about how to trim kittens' claws. So I've got Ramses here with me today. You may remember me mentioning him in the last adventure. And he just got neutered yesterday, and when they neutered him, they also trimmed his claws. So he doesn't really need a claw trim, but he is going to be our demonstration kitty for this today. So we can show you how to do it. I'm gonna let him get around so he can run around for a bit while I show you my incredibly detailed, accurate, lifelike drawing of a cat's paws and claws. Okay, so here we have a drawing of a cat's paws, and of course you probably recognize the toe beans. These are also known as the claw extenders because cats typically keep their claws retracted. But when you're trimming their claws, if you press on the paw pads, the toe beans, their claws will pop out so that you can trim them. See, right down here. Press here, boop, claws pop out. And you'll get to see this in action on Ramses. Over here, over here on our drawing of the claw, the most important thing about trimming a cat's claws is that you're just taking off just the very tip of the claw. You don't want to cut down too far, because if you look at the claw, you'll see, and how far it extends depends on different cats. For some cats it's pink, usually much lighter pink than my drawing here, some it's gray. But this part right here, it's kind of like if you cut down into that, it would be like if you trimmed your fingernails down below the quick or broke a nail below the quick. It's going to bleed and it's going to hurt, and it's going to make the cat not want to have their claws trimmed anymore. And it's going to make you feel very guilty. So it happens sometimes, but if you just focus on taking just the very, very tip off, then that will help you avoid that. And yes, that does mean you're going to have to trim the claws frequently, depending on how fast the kitten's claws grow back and how much they sharpen their claws. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. But they do, if you start with them young enough, they will get used to it, and it's really not a big deal. You also don't have to do all of the claws in one sitting. If you can get just one or two, and then get another one or two later, it's fine. It's no big deal. Okay, so Chad is the expert claw trimmer in our house. My job is normally just to hold the cats, and he's the one who actually trims the claws. Although with foster kittens, he does it by himself in his office all the time. So he is going to demonstrate today. Say hi, Chad.
Hello.
Say hi, Ramses.
Yep, your ears screwed up, kid.
What tips do you have for people for trimming cats' claws?
Well, one of the important things is just to make sure that they're comfortable, and then find the position that works best for them. Some of them, you can lay them on their side and extend them and trim. Other ones, you lay them on their back. And one nice thing about this is if they do get rough, you can scruff them to help them calm down a little bit. Mm-hmm. Doesn't hurt them, just helps them relax a little bit, as you can see.
And as you can see, Ramses loves having his chest scratched for some reason.
Ramses loves having his chest scratched, so this is not a problem. And another way is like this. You can hold him in like a little person sitting there.
And then there's like how we have to do Solomon.
Which is wrap her up in a blanket.
No, she's gotten much better in her old age. With her, she sits,
up like this.
Yeah, just like that, and I have to hold her. And
what works for one cat won't work for another cat, and what works one week, next week the cat might decide it doesn't like that position, and you need to try a different one. So you just keep trying until you get the position where they're most relaxed. Ramses does really well like this. There are multiple kinds of cat claw trimmers. I prefer these that are shaped like scissors. There are ones called guillotines, and you can also use people scissors. People nail trimmers, not people scissors, I'm sorry. But you just push on the paw pad and the claw comes out and you come in and you just take a little snip, right? And then you repeat, and then you gonna calm down for me, kid? No? Okay, so we'll just switch you over then and we'll do you like a person. There you go. And so then you just, like this one here, come in, do a little snip, come in, do a little snip, come in, do a little snip. Don't forget to do the do, which is on the inside of the paw, which is maybe an inch or so back from the rest of the paw toes. So just push that one out and do a little snip. Like Andy mentioned, these claws have already been done, so there's not a lot to work with here. He is well fed, as you can see.
And he's a little rambunctious right now because he's currently just feels like playing. And also he's never really allowed in my office. Not that I don't love him, just that, with dyeing yarn and sculpting things and all of the and making jewelry and all the other million and one things that I do in here, there's always something, little things in here that I wouldn't want him to get hurt on. So he rarely gets to come into my office, and so he is incredibly curious right now, and he wants to get down and check things out. Plus, Monet's pawing up the door, and that's got his interest.
And the earlier you start trimming their claws in their life, the more they become accustomed to it, and the easier it is to do when they're older. And if they really start fighting, just let them run around for a little bit. But when you're done, they do appreciate a good treat like this.
That is actually one of the most important things, is to give them a treat, because then they associate something good with it. You want to just stay calm during the whole thing, because if you start freaking out, then they're going to associate it with something stressful for them, and it's going to make it harder in the future. Another good tip is to kind of just mess with their paws every once in a while. You gonna eat that, Ramses?
He hears Monet.
Oh, he does, of course. Monet's his buddy. Monet plays with him. Can you show them what I mean by mess with their paws?
You just whiz around, you just pick up their paws and you sort of go like this every so often. Massage their paws, basically. And when they want to put it back down, let them.
Yeah.
Pick up the other one, massage their paw. And that just gets them used to people messing with their paws, so that when it comes time to trim their claws, they aren't as feisty.
Yeah, they don't freak out that, oh my God, what are you doing to my paws?
Mm-hmm.
Are you completely uninterested in that treat?
He is. So he's not going to eat it.
Yelena would just, I think Yelena's at the door. She smells the treat.
Mm-hmm. That's Yelena.
That's Yelena, not Monet at the door. Oh yeah, now that he knows Yelena's out there wanting his treat.
Oh, yeah, he knows he has to eat it fast.
That's right.
Okay.
So hopefully that gave you a good, quick overview of how to trim claws. Again, the most important things are just get them used to you messing with their paws, and to get the claws out, just press on the paw pad. You don't want to crunch down or anything, but just press and
gently.
You'll see.
As you see, they come out slowly.
They come out pretty easy. Mm-hmm. And just take just the tip of the claw off. If you need to only do one or two at a time, that's fine. And then give them a treat afterwards, and they will associate it with that good thing, and it'll be much, much easier. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Heather, if you have any questions, you know how to find me. So I hope this helps, and I will talk to all of you later. Say bye, Ramses. Say bye, Chad.
Let's see everybody later.